How fast has this gone? Definitely over 300 kilometers an hour, I'd say. 917s down Mulsanne without the chicane. It's gone pretty damn fast. It is the first time I'm holding this actual watch. It's kind of surreal. If you are interested in Porsche, endurance racing, golf liveried cars, Steve McQueen, Heuer at the highest level, this is what dreams are made of. I'm Nicholas Biebeck, I'm the Heritage Director at TAG Heuer, and really fundamentally my responsibility is the preservation of the DNA of the brand. Inevitably, when you're talking about a brand that's connected to motorsport in the late 60s and 1970s, there is one name, there is no one else, it is Heuer. The Monaco launched in 1969. It was part of this triptych of watches that arrived with the revolutionary automatic chronograph, the caliber 11, the first commercialized automatic chronograph movement. Timekeeping equipment became a fundamental part of the sport. It was an architectural monolith on your wrist. It's glorious. It's an amazing piece of ergonomics and design. The watches are significant. The design is significant. The technology of the caliber 11 is significant. But when you pour on this kind of rocket fuel that is the romance of Steve McQueen, the movie Le Mans, you start to understand what Provenance can add as a layer on top of a watch that's already special. We all know Steve McQueen as a celebrated Hollywood actor, the king of cool, style icon of the era. Steve was passionate about cars throughout his life. What led up to the filming of Le Mans was at this 12 hours of Sebring in January of 1970, McQueen had been running a 908 very competitively. McQueen was not just talking the talk, but he was walking the walk. He dreamed of doing this great racing movie for quite some time. And I think there was a bit of friction in the fact that John Frankenheimer had come along in 1968 and produced Grand Prix with James Garner, another A-list Hollywood celebrity during this period, who was also super passionate about motor racing, focused on Formula One racing. Formula One is impressive, absolutely, from a technical standpoint, but you're fundamentally talking about one person, and this is the driver. In endurance racing, it's much more complicated. You're talking about a period of 24 hours. You're talking about multiple drivers that you've got to be able to build a relationship with. And I think this was a story that McQueen wanted to tell. Steve and the director, all they really cared about was capturing high-speed footage. And you can see this in the movie. The production team, Don Nunley and Ray Summers, had gone out and bought a selection of watches for McQueen to choose from. They had Rolex, they had Omega, they had Longines, they had all sorts of things. And McQueen has his option, and of course, at the end of it all, he picks up the Monaco. This was before Heuer had sent watches from the factory to the set. They probably went to the retailer in Le Mans. At that point, Nunley then says, I call the factory and ask for the CEO because I have an interesting opportunity with Steve McQueen. And that's when Jack Heuer gets involved and decides to send 28 watches, I think, in total. After production wrapped, it was easier to disperse of the pieces on set rather than try and get them back into Switzerland. So everyone was buying watches. Nunley took 3 of the 7 Monacos. We have the Hero watch, and the reason we can tell that it was special to Nunley is that of all the other things that he let go from his time during the production of the movie, this was effectively the last thing. We have this fantastic notarized letter and this love story of Nunley explaining how significant the watch was to him. It has this ambience of a time capsule of this moment. You can see that it's holding the sweat and the experience of being on the movie set. The most important thing after that, it's absolute continuous provenance that takes us from this exact moment in time all the way back 50 plus years to the moment that the movie was being shot in 1970. And with the Nunley pieces, we have a straight line. When we talk about the condition of this watch, it's evidently lived a life. It's like it's had a racing suit made of nylon pulling across it a couple of 100 times. There's a huge whack in the side of the case here, and it might be Steve McQueen banging it against the door jamb of the 917 as he gets into the car. I think it's important, of course, to say that yes, the watch has lived its life, but at the same time, it seems to be in a state of preservation, which is what collectors aspire to and dream of. This watch really feels like a portal to another time, another era.